and welcome to the Forge, fellow Skylords. My name is Capo, and I will host this series of interviews from now on known as Masters of the Forge. At this first instance, I would like to start with some words about why and how and what we are doing here. In my roles, I'm quite accustomed to interacting with the game masters of Skylords Reborn. My roles are mostly about giving feedback, but when I think about other games, I remember that game masters are often felt as very distant people to the average gamer. And if you have contact with them, it's often in a negative way, like there's a nerf you don't like, or something is buggy, or worst case, you receive much louder, please. I can try. Is this better? Yes, test. Well, interactions are often negative, and worst case, you receive a ban or something like that. And I think Skylords Reborn should be different. The game masters are not paid, and they are pouring their free time and hearts into this project, often doing unbelievable amounts of unpaid work. Plus, in some of the glimpses of the work they are doing, sometimes it's duties that are mind-bogglingly boring or stressful. And while many of us realize that and are very thankful for all the work that they are doing, I really also found myself realizing there's not enough spotlight on the people performing these duties, and I would like to change that. As written on the forums, this is no classic dev talk. The focus will not be about future changes of the game or discuss patch notes, but to get to know the team members that are sharing the responsibility what this game is right now. And we want to get to know them on a personal level, discuss their roles, what they are doing, and what it is like to be part of Skylords Reborn. Each episode will be structured into 5 parts. We will start about a short introduction about the real-life level of the Master of the Forge we are inviting, followed by a short talk about their relationship with the game Battleforge, where we will also start to be playing together. So we have some nice visuals where you can see me badly playing the game. Then we will dive into their entry into the Skylords Reborn team and questions about their role. And after that, we'll turn to Skylords as a project and what their views are on it. And we will finish off, of course, with questions from the chat. In case you want to ask a question while we are talking, I hope that we will. I will see them. I can see the chat while we are playing, and if it fits, I will weave that in. So, with further ado, today my first guest is Dutchy. He's lead moderator of Skylords Reborn. He's coordinating a team that moderates not only the insides of the game, but also the Discords and the forums. So, welcome, Dutchy, to the stream.
Thank you for having me. I hope everyone can hear me loud and clear.
Yeah, let's make that sound check. Check. Is Dutchy? Can you hear him? We love you, Dutchy. But can you hear him?
Louder, I hear.
Louder. Let's move him also up as much as possible. Can you try to make it louder on your end? I'm full up.
On my end?
Yes, please.
Test. Can everyone hear me? Test. Even louder. Maybe I should just shout.
Are you full up on your...
Let's see. Voice and video. Yes, it's at the maximum.
I can make you louder like this, maybe. Let's try again.
Test. 1, 2, 3. I'm talking. Hopefully it's a bit louder. Who knows? The Twitch chat will decide.
Now we are full up.
Well, I guess I just have to shout. Hello. It's okay.
It's
I
okay.
think that's good enough.
I put
I
some
think
more
we'll
up.
do it for that.
Yeah, scream at them.
I will scream very loud.
First of all, thanks for making time to be on stream with me. And of course, I was thinking.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and of course, I was thinking a lot about the very first question I wanted to ask of you before we go into the real life stuff. Are you ready for it? The very first question of the stream.
I'm scared, but yeah, shoot.
You better. Why did you agree to be here on the stream as my very first guest?
Honest answer, I had no choice. Less honest answer, I would, of course, help you out with this project of yours. And it didn't even cross my mind to say no. So, yeah, of course.
So is that the only...
I'm here for you.
You're just here for me, or did you also think about the project as a whole?
No, I think it was a really nice initiative. And if I can help with it, I'll gladly do it.
Oh, nice. Thank you. So, as I said, we are starting a bit with the real life context, and we're not gonna make any single or in relationship questions, but more like where are you from, how old are you, and what's your field of occupation?
I am obviously from Germany, no, from the Netherlands. I am currently 24 years old, and last week I've graduated from my studies, which was International Business and Management. Before that, I did electrical engineering. And well, now I am looking for a job. Basically, I applied for a job, which I have an interview on Tuesday, and hopefully that will go right. Who knows?
Good luck.
So yeah, thank you. So I'm looking forward to that.
So I'm imagining that business and technical stuff helps you with your duties, right?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's come to Battleforge. Oh, yes. Please.
No, I just want to say, like, yeah, it helps with the team coordination and just communication skills. That really helps. Yeah.
24 is kind of young to be managing a team of moderators, isn't it?
I mean, I started when I was 22, so I don't know. Up to you to decide.
Yeah, I have the feeling like you're doing it well, but that's kind of the problem with games like this. We as players can see on the inside. Then maybe there's Sodom and Gomorrah going on.
Guess you have to ask the right questions then, and we'll find out how it goes.
Yeah. So let's come to Battleforge. Did you play Battleforge back in the day?
Nope. My first introduction with Battleforge was, back in EA times when my cousin was playing it, who is like 10 years older than me. And I've seen the Forge, I've seen like some dragons flying around. I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then in 2015, I got a message from my cousin like, hey, do you remember this game that we played? Well, I didn't play, he played. And I made an account on the forum and basically did nothing with it for like 5 years. And in 2020, I was curious again. I was like, okay, maybe the game is released by now. But the game is actually released in like 2 days from when I checked. So that was very lucky. So I didn't make a beta account. I just waited 2 days and then started with the game. And the first day, I just wanted to see what people played and how it goes. So I went on Twitch and was looking for a streamer, which was Dutchy. And I basically, while playing, just watched him, and I'm doing it ever since.
Yeah,
do you know my cousin?
Yeah, I was already seeing it. Does your cousin still play?
No, he played. I checked his account. He played a lot in beta, but not. I don't think he even I don't think he even has an account in full release. So no, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. What game modes do you prefer? What's your favorite game mode in? Is it PvP? Is it PvE? Is it random RPVE? What is
I
it?
play basically whatever my mood is that day. Sometimes it's PvP, sometimes it's RPV, sometimes I see a map open for a map I like and now to join that. I do not really have a preference between RPV, PvP, or campaign. I like all three of them. Also community maps. If it is a good community map, then I'll gladly join a party and just play. Yeah, just whatever is whatever I feel today.
We sometimes also see you in the rankings of contests and speedrunning.
Oh yeah, I like those. I
Yeah,
like doing events. Yeah.
You made third place on the crappy community contest. That is something.
Yeah, I tried. I think I restarted that map almost 150 times. So I gave it some effort, I would say.
What faction do you like the most?
I knew this question was coming and I'm not prepared. I really like MI, but not the units, but the colors like Shadow and Nature mixed together. I also like Twilight a lot, with the Abomination or with the Evil Eyes. And I have a RPV deck, which I adore, which is basically just Lost Horror spam with spell support. So I would say everything but bandits.
But bandits are so
I'm not a
cool.
huge. I know, and they're very strong, and I play them because they're strong, but they're not my favorite.
You did play bandits in PvP for a while, right?
I did with a Frost Splash in Tier 3, yes.
Yeah.
And I just play it because it's strong and not because I like it.
And what will we play now?
Good question. I think we can do a campaign map to start with. Maybe we'll start with the first to play campaign map, maybe Crusade.
Yeah, I'm good for that. Why did you choose Crusade?
Because I prepared a deck for it, and I was like, yeah, why not? I'm ready for that. And as I said, it's the first to play a map in the campaign stuff, so yeah, why not?
I'm more the slave master kind of guy.
Slave master. We can do it after, sure.
Nah, we see. Time? It's your choice. It's your choice.
So everyone can see my screen as well, I believe.
Yeah.
In the top left of the stream.
Seems to work.
Awesome.
So when did you join the Skylords Reborn team? How long was it?
I joined the Skylords Reborn team. I think it was I sent my application in June 2021. And basically like 1 week after or 2 weeks after, whatever, I got a trial role for Discord moderator. After I think 2 or 3 weeks of trial moderator, I became a Discord moderator, which I've been for I think not even a month. Then I got the role of global moderator because there was no one else basically was active at the moment, so they needed someone to handle reports and everything else that global moderators do. I've done that for I think 6 months or so, which afterwards I was promoted to lead moderator, and that's where I am now.
So what's the difference between a global and there's Discord and there's global moderators, right? And there's you.
Yes. Discord moderators, as the name suggests, is only for the Discord. They do not have any special roles in the game or on the forum, or no extra rights or accesses. Basically, they just monitor the Discord, check what's happening, and if something is out of place, they will try to fix the situation or make it, well, a pleasant one again. As for the
Okay.
globe moderators, their tasks are keeping the forums, keeping the games and everything correctly, I guess. I don't know. I forgot the words. But basically that everyone follows the rules. And if they do not follow the rules, then they will handle those situations accordingly. Of course, there's currently 3 global moderators. They are not always online in the game. They're not always online on the forum. So that's why we have a reporting tool. You can right-click a name and you can report someone. Those reports are also handled, each and every one of them, by the global moderators.
Okay.
So yeah, like every report is read and handled appropriately.
Okay.
Even the spammy ones or those kinds that are not like about people leaving the game or stuff like that, are very minor things. Everything is read and considered properly.
Yeah, that's what I guessed.
Already messing up.
Yeah, I'm also, because we both try to focus on playing properly and talking at the same time. But I think if the game screws up, we don't care, right?
Sure.
Then we just all see that you are a great lead moderator and a crappy player. That should be all right.
That's the goal in life, right?
Yes.
That should be fine now. Yes. Okay. Next question. I'm ready.
Okay. So I want to go back to your first days when you joined the team. What is this like? What is it like to join the team? Because you are the average player. You are killing Twilight day in and day out, and then
yes.
Do you get access to a lot of secret stuff where you're sniffing around? What did you do?
As you mean when I just started or now?
No, when you just joined the team.
Okay. Yeah. I basically just caught up on whatever was happening at the moment, like new cards, new features, whatever. And just scrolled through the new Discord channels that I gained access to. And just looked at whatever is happening at the moment and whatever happened in the past. I was also very curious to how release happened. So I scrolled up and checked, like, hey, how was the situation when it happened? Because I basically joined the team 6 months after release or 7 months after release. So that was basically freshly new at the time. And yeah, I just checked out the tools. I checked out new accesses and made myself familiar with the jobs and tasks I had to do.
And how choosy is what you got? Not that you have to name something, but I imagine like you go in there and they say, oh, there doesn't. How amazing was that?
It was well, I've never done anything with gaming before or moderating, so this was really my first time. When I looked at tools that I gained access to, they were like, wow, I did not expect this kind of information that I could access and help with the reports and whatever. That's yeah, a lot. You can see a lot. Also, do you have reading rounds? Yes, you do. Awesome. A question from the chat I see. How many reports you get in general? Per day or per week? Per day, I think it really fluctuates depending on the day. Like on a Wednesday, probably less than a Sunday. And because of the amount of players online at current times, it really depends whatever happens. But in general, on average, I think per day about 6 reports. And per week, I think about 30 or so. But it really depends. No real number. Of course, the reports also often duplicated because there's multiple people on the map and multiple people can report the same person for their same rule breaking. So yeah, those are just duplicate reports, basically. But of course, they also count for the number.
But it leads into my next question. What's not the difference between what you are doing, what the normal moderator is doing, and what you are doing as the lead?
Basically, moderators do the work and I do nothing. No, I do. Well, I basically check everything that happens with the moderators whenever they handle a report, whenever they ban someone, whenever there's a warning issued. I check, okay, what happens, and I basically supervise, I guess, what they do and train them and give advice and those kind of things. But of course, I also handle reports. I also do bans. I also do whatever.
Okay, so you're doing the work of a normal moderator too, but you are coordinating how many people?
Currently, we have 3 globe moderators, we have 3 Discord moderators, and we have 1 person as a Discord moderator in trial, which should end very soon.
Okay.
So I would say currently 7 people.
And how do you organize that? Do you have team meetings, or how is that like? Is there a moderation Monday or something like that? I don't know.
When I became a lead moderator, I actually had the idea to have like either monthly or quarterly meetings. However,
Yeah?
due to the different time zones, because some people live in the USA, some in Canada, others at the time in Asia, it was really difficult to plan those meetings because, well, school, work, sleep, whatever. So we had like 2 meetings so far, and we basically gained nothing from those meetings. So they were scrapped, and now we just have chill evenings, which one is planned for the near future, and then we just play some random games, Scribble, or I don't know, whatever.
You're playing not Skylords Reborn.
Yes.
bad.
Because that's what we do already.
Yeah, true.
And you cannot really play a map with 7 or 8 people.
That's true.
I completely forgot my embalmer shrines. That is not good. That will not work.
I think we are doing. We are not doing as good as we could be, but we are doing all right, I guess.
We're surviving.
Yeah. So
that's all that counts.
What kind of tools are you using for moderation? On the Discord, we have the ticket tool, and we got that report player. Does that all go into a database? Does it all end up in one place, or how does that work?
No, the ticket tool in the Discord creates a ticket in Discord, basically. And that's done through the Dino bot that you can just add to your Discord. And yeah, that's basically, you can create a ticket, you get an answer from a global moderator, and then ticket is closed, and hopefully the problem is resolved. We also have, of course, the reports that come in. That's a different tool made by the web developers. There we can check player stats and chat logs and all that kind of stuff. And there we basically everything is logged, so we can always look back at previous reports and compare or whatever is required for the reports. There we have the forum. There we can check, well, of course, information on accounts and the warnings that we issue are going through the forum. Make sure my phoenixes survive.
Yeah, that warning system. I'm not sure if everyone can see this or if I can see this. Not 100% sure, but there's something like warning points or whatever.
Yeah, if you do something bad in the game, like you're insulting people or whatever, then yeah, you get points on your account, and those points can temporarily or permanently suspend your account. And the more points, of course, the longer the suspend time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And those will be hidden, of course, for other people, but only yourself can see it, and they will go away after a certain period of time of good behavior.
Good behavior. You sound like a cop a bit.
Nah, it's all good. They will go away after certain time period.
Okay. So
That's a very good question actually in the chat. I don't know if we should answer that now or wait till later.
Well, yeah, why not? Why not? Where the staff members that had warning points or even got warning points?
Oh, I meant the question above that. I just see the bonus question. Were they ever? Yes.
Oh, the panda we do later. Let's stay on topic for now.
Yeah. Yes, there were staff people that got points in the past and became staff later. There were not, as far as I know, staff that got points. That did not happen.
Oh, you mean during their while they are in Skylords Reborn, you don't get any. Nobody got points yet. Do I get this right?
That I'm aware of. Yes. No staff that are currently staff got points. They just get a verbal warning like, "Hey, out of place" or whatever. Yeah.
That could be either because they are so nice or because you are protecting them, right?
Neither. If someone is out of place, of course, they will get a message from me like, "Hey, heads up, this is not okay," or something like that. But it's not directly related to the forum, so they're not getting a warning on the forum or the game. Also, most people that are staff do not play the game directly, because if they have free time, they often spend it developing the game or something related. So yeah. Also, I have a free orb here for you if you want.
A free what?
Orb.
Nah.
No.
I'm good. I will work for it myself. We still have 13 minutes left. So.
Is this expert?
Yes.
It's not expert, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes. Of course it is.
But no, to answer the question directly, Foley, no staff member got warning points while being staff.
So, let's say I get banned, okay? Or let's first say somebody got banned. The moment you ban them, how do they usually react? Are they angry? Do they apologize, or do they simply say okay and it's done? How do people?
It really depends for the reason why they're banned. For example, if they're multi-counting and they know they're multi-counting, and they know the rule basically, then yeah, they will try often to hide it, like, hey, it's a cousin, hey, it's a sister, hey, it's family member, whatever. Of course, if we can check trade history, so we can see if like, oh, there's a booster promo code and all the boosters go to one account. Well, yeah, that's not multiple people then, of course. So that's basically what we check. Also, if they ever play the game together or stuff like that. Yeah, those people will get angry and often, and they try to act like they were not in the wrong while they were, obviously. And well, they often either quit the game completely or, well, they are banned. So yeah, we do often offer a second chance, but yeah, not many.
Do you do that? Do you do that?
Yeah, it depends on the severity. If it's like not that much and it just happened like since yesterday, then yeah, whatever, can happen, mistake. We still want people to play the game, and we don't want no people online. So
yeah, but yeah, that sounds like that sounds like there are many who try at least to
it's
do that.
Sadly a regular occurrence.
Okay, I did not know
also,
that.
Your walls are breaking in the top.
Oh, that's all right, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm ready. I'm just waiting for the final boss.
It seems like you want to win.
Well, I'm just waiting now for you.
Yeah, I need some time.
Answer questions. I can focus on the questions now, so that's good.
Yeah. I totally screwed up losing all my units at one point. So, I promised badly playing, and I managed to do that.
You delivered.
But I just built my tier 4 orb, so it's alright, I guess.
Awesome.
So what's the source of most of this moderating action? Let's say you have to do a warning, or you have to. What is it? Is it more of multi-accounting? Is it bad behavior? Is it foul language? Or what's the most reasons why people get the talk?
The most reports we get is for people either AFK or, well, basically leaving the game. If this happens once, it's like, yeah, whatever can happen. Life happens. Someone DC'd or disconnects, or maybe the doorbell rang. I don't know. So
Yeah.
obviously we cannot ban people for that or give them warnings. So it's just like, yeah, whatever happens. If it happens the second time, okay, it gets suspicious. If it happens in like 2 days, twice someone goes AFK and it gets reported for it, okay, yeah, keep an eye out for it. And if it happens a third time, fourth time, fifth time, then yeah, within a short time span, then yeah, you send them a message like, hey, what's happening? Is it really disconnects, or do you keep leaving for whatever reason? And you just try to solve the situation that way. This happens almost never. I think it happens like maybe a handful of time in the last 2 years. People do not often leave on purpose within a certain time frame a lot. So.
And what's the estimated percentage of people who are complaining about bullshit? Like you know Karens?
Yeah. In like the most interaction that we get back from the people on our actions is through the ticket system in Discord. Yeah, people really try to act dumb, like, oh, I didn't know this, or oh, I didn't know I had multiple accounts, or oh, I didn't know I was not allowed to do X, Y, or Z. So yeah, they really act dumb, and that's the most occurring. People also try to get hostile. So basically you're saying like, yeah, I don't do that, and give me back my account, or else, basically.
Or else, that sounds nice.
Also, people say like, yeah, you ask my lawyer and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
what?
yeah.
What? So, hold on. Asked, they really...
I'm gonna get my lawyer. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Of course, we never heard from them again. But yeah, at that point,
Lord.
conversation's over. You know, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was like,
that, then
when I decided to do this, I was hoping to get here and there maybe some juicy parts, but somebody who says I'm gonna contact my lawyer about this game,
yeah,
that's beyond hilarious.
Yes, I know everyone's both bad and good behavior, so if I recognize the name in Twitch chat, then be careful.
One of the listeners wants to know if you know what he did last summer.
I do, because you're a map tester, so I expect you to have tested maps this summer.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have a talk with Olin.
So and how about multi-accounting? Does it happen a lot or rarely? Or...
Yes, sadly it happens a lot. Not necessarily on big scales. Like sometimes it happens if there's a new month with new code, that someone makes like 20 accounts and just use the code 20 times and set everything to one account. Well, that's obviously multi-accounting and that person is banned. It also happens on less big scales, like that one account sends boosters or cards or BFP to another account, and that account sends it to a third account, and through different accounts to eventually one account. And yeah, that's more difficult to spot, but yeah, obviously still multi-accounting, because multiple resources go from multiple accounts to one account. But yeah, it sadly happens more often than I would have liked.
What's the biggest chain of multi-accounts you've got? Like one person having like 20 accounts or more?
Make a guess. Make a guess.
I make a guess. I think the person who got the most accounts got 30.
You're too low.
How much is it?
It's I'll tell you the story of it actually. On 31st of December, 2 years ago, on 2021, there was a account. Well, at the time there were, I think, 4 codes active. 3 for boosters and 1 for gold. With the new year and event and anniversary, whatever. And the account overnight, so between the 31st of December and the 1st of January, for New Year, made about 50 accounts.
That's
about
like 50
accounts, so yeah.
50 accounts times, let's say, 4 or 5 or 6 boosters.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course, no one was really checking the things because, well, it's New Year's Eve and vacation and whatever. And then the day after I checked and I saw, oh, yeah, 50 accounts. Or I think it was a bit more. I think 54, so I don't know.
And what did this person say about it? Did they say,
nothing.
okay?
I banned them and I never appealed to the ban, I think.
Okay. They just made a new account.
No. The guy told, yeah, imagine making 50 accounts on New Year's Eve. That's too much time. Or like bad hobbies.
And is it like you can ban them, all these accounts, with one click, or it is done, or do you have to ban one by one, or how does that work?
Yeah, I banned them all by I banned the main account, and then then there's not much reason for them to have the other accounts, of course, because the main account's banned, and every time they send something to the main account, it's basically lost because that account cannot be accessed. So it doesn't matter how many more accounts he makes at that time. It's not. There's nothing on it. But yeah, all accounts were manually banned.
So in my real life work, I'm in part working with police officers, in part working with people that are answering the phones of a health service. And what I noticed when working with them is that, let's say a police officer says, everywhere I go in my work, there are bad boys. And somebody who receives calls is saying, everyone who calls is stupid. Do you have the feeling that when you are always interacting with those problematic Skylords, that your view of the community as a whole gets skewed a bit?
No, actually, very the opposite. When I got the role of first global moderator 2.5 years ago, I was a bit shocked at how many reports happened, how many warning points were issued, and how many people got banned. But now, the last almost 3 years, I'm like, actually, it's like a very, very small percentage of people that get an interaction with the moderators. And that makes it feel very good for the community how well behaved they are, basically, and follow the rules. And or
there are
moderators don't see everything, so maybe a lot happened and we don't know, but he's still human, so mistakes happen. But
we have 2 questions from the chat. We have 2 questions from the chat, and one leads into something that I wanted to ask too, but first I take them. How random can you ban people? If someone insults you, can you just write on perma-ban them?
Yes.
It's the first one.
Banning someone is 1 click. It's literally in the reporting tool, I can go to your account, click 1 button, and you're banned. So it's very easy. Of course, ethically or whatever, that will not happen. Multiple things will need to have happened for someone to get perma-banned for insulting someone. if you're multi-counting, you're instantly banned, but you can appeal and see what happens from there. If you're either attempting to buy BFP or other in-game currency, then yeah, also instantly perma-banned without a chance to get unbanned. Because they just risks the whole project, because we're not allowed to get money from it. No one is allowed to get that. What other situation? Yeah, like if you're insulting someone once, like, hey, verbal warning, heads up, don't do this again. If you do it within a few days again, then hey, maybe you get like a 24-hour ban or whatever. And if you keep going after that, then yeah, maybe a month, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months. And then, yeah, at that point, you're basically perma-banned already, so.
So, and I want to lead up with my questions, and then I take the one Dolovan asked.
Okay.
What if I have a disagreement with how you are handling things? You are the lead moderator. You say Capo is banned. Okay, how would I get? And let's say you did something wrong, which you most likely didn't. But let's say, and I want to complain. I can't complain to you, of course. How would that work?
Basically, let's start from the beginning with that. Whenever you interact with a moderator in a scenario where something happened, not like in a random game or whatever, but if something happened and you appeal to a ban or whatever, a moderator will not speak from himself, not from first person. The moderator will always talk in third person, like what we think, what we can do to help you, whatever. I hope you get the point of that. It's not like in the first person, like I think you should be banned, I think this, I think that, I do this. It is always as a team. And we have 2 channels in Discord, basically, where we discuss the tickets, whatever, who says what. And so there is rarely a scenario where if something happens, you will get directly in contact with me.
Yeah, and let's say I disagree with you as well. You did something wrong. Okay. The whole moderation team did something wrong. Is there any way where I can appeal?
If you think the whole moderation team does something wrong, then the chance is very high that it is not the moderation team, but it is the person.
Yes, of course. But let's say
get in PMs with me. If they get in PMs with me, and if that does not solve anything, then you have a choice. Either you just accept what happens, because, well, I'm on top of it, and there's no one above me that is involved enough to make a decision about it. But you can try to message Majora, you can try to message Hannah, you can try to message Ladadus. But they will come back to me like, hey, what happened and what did you think?
But technically, could they overrule you?
Of course. They can also ban me. I can also ban them. But
yeah.
It's still team effort. It's team effort. It's not like, oh yeah, you said this, but I don't agree. Let's do that. No, it's always like in good communication.
So choose our second map, and then we take Dolovan's question. Where are we going now?
Yes. We are going to Nightmares.
No, please.
Insane God. That's Insane God.
Oh, Insane God is all right. Insane God. When you said Nightmare, I was thinking, please, Lord, have mercy on my soul.
Yeah. No,
so Dolovan's question was how much time you spent with banning people. Let's split that apart into how much time you spent with moderating actions and how much time with banning.
Well, the time moderating can be deceiving sometimes because, well, I have Discord open. I have Discord on my phone. I get notification whenever something happens. I have Discord on my laptop, which is basically always open anyways. Also during my internships or school, whatever, I always have Discord on the side. So if something happens, I can check if whatever happens. So to answer that, basically 24/7 if I'm not sleeping or with family or doing something, whatever. Actually actively doing moderation duties like reports and stuff. When I started out, I was basically the only one doing that for a few months. So that took a lot of time. Because I also did reports and whatever from the time before I was a moderator to catch up a bit. But nowadays with, in total, including me, 8 moderators, then yeah, it's split among 8 people. So time is not that high. Like, yeah, maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours a week, split among different days and times.
Okay, it's more time intensive. Like I feel like in the summer it's a little less active because people are outside.
Yes.
And in the winter it's a little bit more, and of course depending on weekend or not weekend. But it doesn't
And
sound
people are actively playing at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So if somebody doesn't want your job, if somebody wants to be quite a normal moderator, let's say even a global moderator, what are the skills that would be needed to join the mod team?
First, I would like the person to check out the post in the forum about moderators. Like, see, okay, hey, does this fit me? Am I, is my communication skills decently? Is my English good enough, or well, at least some level of English? And then check, do you have previous experience, which is not required because I had none either. You can just learn on the job basically. And then just send either an application for the forum or message me directly like, hey, Dutchy, I'm interested. What do you think? And then basically we get in a call, we talk a little bit about it. I can give a few scenarios and ask them how they would handle it, and basically go from there.
So it doesn't, if the English is okay and if you have quite an acceptable sense of what's right and what's wrong, and you are able to read and know the rules, do you need more moderators?
At the moment, applications are closed. The applications on the forum are hidden, so they're not visible to everyone. Of course, if someone approaches me like, hey, I'm interested, then yeah, of course, I can take a look, ask them for a call and see how it goes. If they're like very good, then yeah, of course, we would not say no to people wanting to help out. But yeah, if it's like 50-50, like, hey, yeah, maybe they're good, maybe not, then yeah, we would lean towards like maybe not, because training them and giving them knowledge about the tools and everything, that also takes time, of course, which we don't always have.
You already said you would ask some test questions, and this is the part you were not prepared for, because I have some test questions for you.
I'm not prepared for anything.
Yeah, I would, let's say we have an RPVE group, all right? And sometimes people come into a quarrel and they write a ticket, okay? And I would like to have an answer. This is partly serious and partly not serious. You have to judge for yourself depending on the question. If this, you just say how you would react, really. Okay? You're ready? Okay, let's say the first one is we have like RPVE, and one player calls another player a flying pig.
Okay. And the person that felt insulted made a report.
Yes.
I assume. Okay. Not a third person in the RPV group.
No.
Person that felt insulted makes a ticket. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. For being called. Yes.
We'll look at a ticket and go like, okay, flying pig. Would it insult me? Probably not. I would like, oh yeah, nice wording, very original. Like, but I would not feel insulted. Same thing if you call someone a noob or whatever. It's like more jokingly often. If you tell someone to jump off a bridge or anything related to that, then yeah, that is more serious, and that person will probably get, at the very least, a verbal warning, if not a few warning points, so a count suspension for a couple of days. But yeah.
Is there a point where there must be a point where you would even need to involve the police, right? If it's very extreme.
The police, no. account just gets banned and the person is basically just gone from the game, and it's like whatever. We've never contacted anyone outside the game for something.
Yeah, like, but what if somebody really goes and says, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you" or whatever?
That never happened. Well, it happened, but not to the point where it kept going after that one game.
Okay. Okay. Let's take the second one. The second one is quasi one player complains that the other player killed his units with rifle cultists.
Okay. On purpose or randomly?
Randomly.
Okay. Then we'll take the replay. We'll take a look at the replay and judge from ourselves if it feels random, if it happened once, if it happened multiple times in a round, and if this person has done it before. If this person has not done it before and he did do it like only once, yeah, it can happen. Risk of the deck, basically. Like, you see person walking around with rifle cultists. Also, you need to build the walls, please, at the bottom.
No, I don't need walls. It's alright.
The tower is dying.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I want that tower gone anyway. It just connects to my stuff. I don't want it. I would be very happy if that tower dies.
No, don't comment tower. But yeah, if it happens, it didn't happen before and it happened only once in the game. The risk of the deck, basically, like you're walking around with this person playing the cards, you see them happen, you see it happening, then
because you might know that I'm a fan of the rifle cultist deck. Because Beanie.
It's different. Yeah, it's different if you kill a well or kill an orb while nothing is even close to happening there. Then it's actively trolling the game, basically, and then you get like verbal warning, like, hey, don't do this again, or else, basically. If it will happen again within a certain time frame, like a month or a week or whatever, then this person will get a warning point, like, hey, your account is suspended for like a day or like a week, depending on how often it happens and how severe it is.
Because I was playing it today, and there was a guy, I forgot his name. He was using a Thunder Wagon deck with just a single Thunder Wagon and Fire Sphere and stuff. And I killed his wagon, and then I apologized. And then he said, "It's all right, mate." And then I killed. Then he had to travel back again to the front lines of RPVE, and then I killed his wagon instantly again, really on accident. It was so bad luck, and I was deeply apologizing to him.
Yeah, you should.
And yeah, I should. And he said, "Hey, it's all right. It's just a game, mate." That was so nice.
Yeah, people are often more nice than you think, because often the spotlight is put on stuff that's not nice. Oh, that's an option, not mine. The spotlight is often on the stuff that is not nice. So yeah, whenever stuff like this happens, of course, it feels good. Also, what difficult is it? Is it expert?
Yes.
It feels weird. I don't think I've ever played this on expert or not.
Yeah, it should be.
This not often.
I have so much energy because I just look at my sheet. And the next example on my sheet is, what if someone says, "I decompose your mother"?
That's basically, at the very least, a verbal warning, and probably, depending on history and whatever, more. But yeah, that's very not nice thing to say.
You can't decompose the mother. Okay.
Sorry, what? No, what? I would not say that, because that basically refers to all the stuff that is very not okay.
How about, what if the complaint is the other player stole my power well in RPV?
Yeah, whatever. It's a game, just play it out and go to the next one.
Because it's funny, because you feel... Because in RPV 9, for example, you feel that those two power vials are mine and the other two are his, but the game doesn't state that, right?
Nope, it's never in the rules.
It doesn't say anywhere.
Like, share your things.
Basically. Yeah, of course.
it's not directly a rule. So, but yeah, it can if it happens multiple times. Then yeah, hey, heads up, proper etiquette, please keep in mind it's a team game. You're not alone. You're playing with other people. And if you actively take every well, then yeah, it's basically sabotaging the other player, which is against the rules. So
if you take one and whatever, you might would say, yeah, okay. But what if somebody does it all the time in all his games? He just sees one well.
You just get a verbal warning like, hey, heads up, please don't do this. It's a team game. People do not like this. So please don't do it. Are
people understanding if you tell it them like that?
I don't know. I rarely get a response back after a warning. They see it and it's like, if you get a warning, you actually need to go to the forum, acknowledge it, so press a button, that you read it basically, and then you can open the game again.
So okay.
People just acknowledge it and then I don't hear again from them. So
I see. I didn't know that. The more you know. Learning every day.
Get a warning. They know. Good.
So the last one is, what if one player says to the other one, I will erupt you all night long?
What? I don't know. Probably just more fun than anything else.
Okay. No sexual harassment claim?
Probably not. Just whatever. If someone says that, it's probably just a joke anyways.
Yeah, I guess. So what's...
Nothing too serious. Also, why is my seeker dying? What's this?
I don't know what you are doing. I'm winning.
PHP seeker. That's not nice.
You always get new seekers. No, don't worry.
Yeah, but I'm probably not because I'm already there.
Look, I brought something for you. I'm building a wheel of gifts.
Oh, that's nice. Then I can build Shrine of Wars if you want.
I don't need, but it's nice to have.
Why is my defense not thriving?
What are you doing?
I got my Guardian.
Well, your temple is fine. Everything is fine.
Yeah, so my Guardian, so that will help a lot. So next question.
Let's come back to
for my 5th monument. Yeah, that's basically trolling. If it happens once, yeah, whatever. If it happens multiple times, warning. Or like a heads up, basically. Do not do it. Just get Army Monument and you're fine.
Yeah, free Army Monument for Dolevan, provided by Dutchy. So
I think he has enough by now.
Let's move back to I asked you about Battleforge, but I didn't ask you about Skylords Reborn. All right? The game has developed somewhat in those years. Now it is called Skylords.
Yeah. Yes.
What do you think is the best addition to the game so far?
Of course, new cards are great. I don't like Twilight Dragons. Yeah, of course, new cards are always great. New features, perfect. I've never used Reforge. I don't know. I already have every card, so there's no really a need for me. But I've heard very good responses from it. So that's nice. Also, the cosmetics is just cosmetics. It's nice to have, nice to do. But the thing I like the most is basically the community. That may sound cheesy, but yeah, it's just the community that I really like, and that also makes me stick around for all these years. Yeah,
I think one of the very very big things are the cosmetics, because it makes the Skylords look different and feel different and makes them look good, basically.
Yeah.
It's just a small visual.
Of course, also the RPV maps that are added, and like the community maps that are played, and all the events going on. Like, I like everything. I just like the game, basically. I don't know if you could tell, but
is there anything? Is there anything, if you would be the supreme leader of Skylords Reborn, is there anything you would have done different? Something you didn't like that got
Um,
changed?
I would not have nerfed Ethereal initially because that was my most played deck at the time. Of course, I understand why it happened because, well, it was the most strong deck anyways. But yeah, I would not have nerfed that much. Besides that, no, not really, I guess. I think it's all going great. I wish people just follow the rules more, so I can just play the game more and not have to moderate as much. I don't know if I can wish for that, but
Yeah. But there would be no job for you then inside the team.
true. Although I don't know if you've noticed, but there were some very nice videos on YouTube, and there's a lot of posts shared through all the social media, which I post basically and always respond to the comments and whatever.
Yeah, you're slipping
So
into the
it's
next
always fun to do.
question. You're slipping into the next question, which is, can you elaborate what other stuff besides moderation you do? So you do social media content, right?
Yeah. I don't make the videos. I just post the content that is made by the team, like either by the artists or by the video maker or whatever. And just, why is my base dying? Don't die, please.
It looks like you're not very successful in this
I'm
map.
not the most, well, I was winning because of you, but still, yeah. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, to answer the question, yeah, social media stuff and moderation. That's basically what I do. And if needed, I helped sorting the survey. Just small stuff here and there, basically. Nothing really of note.
Yeah,
I give
well,
my opinions sometimes.
so you are also doing feedback stuff.
Yeah, sure. I think you can call that like that. Yeah. I have access to every channel and basically can help wherever needed.
Why did you start with those? You didn't name it yet, but you do have a YouTube channel which has some,
Oh yeah,
let's
true.
say,
Yeah.
instructional, but that wasn't in your function as team member. That was just something you wanted to be done, right?
Yeah, I like at the time I had a lot of free time, like a lot. And yeah, I wanted to make videos because I thought that would be a great way to help newer players with certain maps or certain strategies or whatever. And I was not comfortable enough to speak in the videos. I just made them with text, and I think they are doing well, I guess. Or they did well. I'm not really checking up anymore.
What's your most viewed video?
My most viewed video, that's something I know. It has like 2,500 views or something. It's the video with the Twisted Tree line, with the strategy to beat it with pure nature.
Okay.
Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. Kill the bird, the dragon. Okay, yeah. That video, yeah. That's the one I knew the achievement in advance that was coming with pure nature in Soul 3. So I was like, okay, which would people like to know? And I didn't do a video on Twisted Tree line yet, and that was basically on the way. So I asked the host of this stream if he could make a very nice run, and he did. And well, I basically copied it. Well, I watched his replay and recorded it and put it on YouTube. Gave some nice comments on it, and yeah.
Anything else you do for the team? So on the small things on the side, because what I'm thinking is that,
but I don't know.
that, or maybe I ask differently. Before you joined the team, did you do any real life volunteer work? Let's ask like that.
No. I have done like way too many internships. I've done way too many part-time jobs, but I've never actually volunteered something.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
And-
I distribute roles. Yeah, I think that's something I do, and I've helped with mob testing. Not sure to what degree it's appreciated, but I like it, so whatever. And yeah, I've not done any volunteering work outside of Skylords Reborn.
Not like a fireman or something like those classic.
No.
Or helping poor children.
Nope.
So like
babysitting
going...
my sister. I don't know if that counts.
It might.
So
yeah. it's like you joined the game and this is your first full-time volunteer experience.
Yes, and it looks very nice on my LinkedIn. So yeah, very good.
so you will add that to your resume.
It is already for like 2 years.
Yeah, just asking that. Those are the things that many others don't think about, I guess.
But it is basically work experience, and since I am looking for a job in project management or stuff like that, then this is definitely something recruiters look out for, and they have asked about in the past in interviews. So definitely something they are interested in. So.
But before this, with the roles came up, I think you were already thinking about something. I think you wanted to say something before the role thing came up.
Oh no, I just said yes. I help distributing roles, the rights, accesses, and I help with mob testing. Wait, there's a question in between. What's your favorite PvP player except yourself? Pablo, can you answer that?
Sure.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm screwing up badly.
I would be very, I don't know the word, but it would be cheesy if I said Capo, I guess.
That would be too cheesy.
So then, no, I don't think I can say anything about that, sadly, no. I have also a whole list of people I don't like. I don't know if I can say that.
No, you
no,
can't.
I'm also not going to say that.
No, you're not gonna.
No. So yeah.
Oh, do you have some heals or something like that so I can kill Utzak?
I have no heals. I have
Unity. Oh, he's down anyway.
I have Unity for you. I also have damage if you want. Oh, we won.
It's
nice.
It's done.
Easy. I did nothing. Easy.
So at this point we only have 3, including the closing. We have 3 more points left. One of them is, are there any more chat questions? I promised an open... There was several questions already, but I think... no, Doleman says... Doleman says no.
About me or the team or the project or moderation or anything.
I want to... while people are thinking, I want to know your hair color.
Dark blonde.
Dark blonde. Brunette.
No, it's not brunette. It's like blonde, but a little bit dark.
Okay. Doleman's got a question.
But he's not allowed to ask a question because he said no.
He's absolutely allowed to ask a question.
Okay.
Oh,
the panda question.
The panda, yes.
I just like pandas. I went to a zoo in somewhere, I don't know where it was, and I've seen a panda there, and I was like, whoa, it's amazing. And well, it sticks.
And since then you like pandas.
It's like my favorite animal since I was like a little child. When one of my birthdays, I got a subscription to the, I don't know how it's called in English, WWF or something.
Oh, yes. The World Wildlife Fund.
Yeah, and their mascot is a panda, and I got like a little plush toy of a panda, and well, that grew my love for pandas, basically. What's your favorite update or addition to the game? Basically the RPV factions. I think I'm forgetting something very obvious. But I think there are PvE factions.
Isn't it the promo mana wing? You really like the mana wing, do you?
I have not done the achievement for promo mana wing.
You have not?
Nope. Let's see. What's the name of it? Force of Nature, right?
Yes.
You can check on the top left.
Yeah,
full screen.
But it's
Force of Nature.
it's
I've done
small,
2 maps
but
out of 16.
but Insane God is now one of them. No, it isn't, because you didn't play Nature.
Insane God is still among the list. I've only done Sunbridge, and I've not even done Encounters with Twilight. I don't know which one I did.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, Dutchy needs a carry. Next time we are playing together, you must just ask for.
I have done the Twisted Tree Line. I did Twisted Tree Line and Sunbridge.
So, any more questions?
Motivation.
Any more questions? Last. What music Dutchy hears?
Dutchy hears. I hear Skylords music all day, every day. Please playlist. Well, there is I believe it's 20 songs or something. If you Google Skylords Reborn music, Battleforge music playlist.
You're listening when you are not in the game. You are listening to Skylords music.
Of course. Or I'm in call with you, then no, I'm just listening to the beautiful voice of Capo, but...
Okay. No, any music style you like, especially?
It's basically whatever. Is whatever. If it's not too metally or too opera-like, then yeah, it's something I would listen to.
Okay.
But it's most of the time it's just a random mash of music. Nothing, no genre in particular.
Alrighty. Last chance for last questions to Dutchy. I think it was nice. I still have, since this is my very first stream, I still have to get used to the questions in between. I'm not 100% sure this is such a grand idea to play and talk at the same time. I was seriously overwhelmed with both at the same time.
It's difficult remembering the question, answering the question, and playing. That's really difficult.
Yeah, that's
like thinking about the answer is like, yeah.
I also really made it that I positioned my microphone at the place where my laptop displays the chat, and the microphone is right in front of the chat, so I didn't see when something happened. So
yeah,
before I say our finishing words, there's one very important and point that is very dear to me. Is there something you want to talk about?
Yes, I'm as you can see on the screen, I'm a very ambitious trader in the game. I've sold and bought a lot of cards. I'm very interactive with the buckets. But no, just please keep playing the game. Everyone is appreciated, and share the love, basically.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Especially at this point in time, share the trailer. Everyone go and share the trailer, like the trailer. Ultralord has made wonderful work. I think the video really turned out well, and the best way to spread the love, I think, is to share the trailer to people who might be interested in RTS games.
Yep.
Okay, so let's wrap things up. First, I'd like to shout out to everyone who helped to make this happen. But a special thank you to Ultralord, who took a lot of time to fast track me through the setup of the stream. As I wrote on the forum, we are not sure how many instances and episodes of this we will do. This depends on interest. There's gonna be 3 or 4 for sure. But if the interest is not that big, so follow and like and whatnot, and click the YouTube video, which will be provided soon. Also, a special thank you to my dear Dutchy,
It's been an honor.
on my very first stream I ever did.
You did great. You did great.
I think it was all right. And as an announcement, my next guest will be project lead Machora. I think that will be very interesting too. We are settling on a date very, very soon, and this will be announced on the forums. So, any very last words, Dutchy?
Subscribe. I don't know. Please play the game, share the game, enjoy it. I don't know, something like that.
And how about you do the big, before I click the thing where we go away, the good old see you in the forge, fellow Skylords. Can you do that?
See you in the forge, fellow Skylords.